There we go. Hey, what's going on, Middle Georgia Real Estate? My name is Luke, and I have a very special guest for you today, Madi Lockridge with Homestar. She's only been in the industry for 5 years, but she is absolutely crushing it on a daily basis, and she is one of my trusted partners. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. on a Saturday. If I give her a call, she's going to get the work done that I need, and it's just a privilege to have you on here, Madi.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So as the viewers know that you are a loan officer, do you mind going to a little bit more detail on what that specifically is?
Yeah, so a loan officer is pretty much going to take not control over the whole buying process, but I'm really going to help you get pre-approved. And all that means is we're going to find out what your buying power is. We're going to look at your credit, your income, and your assets. And we're going to put you in the most comfortable position, monthly payment wise, and for those closing costs and down payment. So we're going to get you in the best position to go under contract, and then Luke is going to take it from there, and we'll get you all the way to closing together.
Absolutely. And then you do work for Homestar. Tell me a little bit more about that company.
Yes, so Homestar is a great company. We're an in-house lender. So all of our services are in-house. I have my underwriter's phone number, our processors, everybody is really great. It's definitely a team effort. I love our branch that I work in, and we're going to do everything. Appraisals, we have our own processing, underwriting, I already said that, but yeah, it's we're a big team. So
you're telling me if I give you a phone call, I'm not going to get one of those automated messages that tell me to hit 1, 7, 8, 9, 10 just to go to a voicemail?
No,
right.
No,
so
you can get me on the phone, you can text me, my cell phone, I give it out to all my buyers and my agents too. So definitely it's me you're talking to.
So I already know what you're talking about, but when you say in-house, can you explain to the viewers why that's so essential?
Yeah, so it's really essential because a lot of the times, with some mortgage companies or really banks and stuff too, or online lenders. Okay, we'll focus on the online lenders. After 5 o'clock on a weekday, or especially on the weekends, you're not going to get a response to your email. You're not going to get a response to your phone call. I doubt you would get their cell phone to text them, but you won't get a response there either. So with us, our mortgage company, we will answer the phone after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can text my underwriter or email my operations manager on a Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. and they're going to respond to me as quickly as possible. So we can get those answers for you, and we can get those pre-approval letters sent after hours, which I think is a really big deal for when, especially in this market, when you need to get an offer in fast in order to get the house. Otherwise,
absolutely. Because I mean, just think about the deal that we're working right now. They wanted to go use their bank. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's after 5 o'clock. They put their paperwork in the morning. They still didn't get their pre-approval. How are we going to get the offer in until the next business day when they're accepting offers at 8 p.m.? That's when you came in and completely crushed it. Thank you again for doing that for us.
Yeah.
And then going into this too, so what's your specialization within the industry? Because when it comes to loans, I know there's VA, FHA, conventional, there's a whole lot going on. What's your specialty?
Right. So we do all of those. Yes, we have the 3% down conventional, FHA, of course, USDA, we also offer, we're good at that. But I would say VA, we're very good at specifically. There's really not a lot of VA loans that we turn down. Just because we know how to do them and we're really good at it. And I wouldn't say that unless we really were, but I swear. So especially in the Middle Georgia community and the Air Force Base and everything. So I know that's a real sweet spot right there. So
absolutely. And for any viewers watching, if you need more information on what kind of loan that you could be using towards your next home purchase, you got to reach out to Madi. I'm a realtor and she sent me her packet, and I'm telling you what, I learned so much going through those. There is so much that goes into these different loans. I definitely reach out. And you have was it the brochure that you sent me via email?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That has kind of breaks over goes over the whole process, but then it does have some of those pages that are a little bit of information about the loan program. But every buyer is different. So every scenario is different. So it's definitely worth a phone call.
Absolutely.
To see which one best fits your needs.
Yeah, and exactly. Why don't we break down some myths then? Because when it goes into those needs, a lot of people think, oh, I need 20% down for a loan. I can't qualify because of my credit score. Do you mind going into that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So I think a big thing that I see a lot of the time is that you need a lot of money, 20%, especially to buy a home. And that's 20% down payment only. That's still closing costs and everything, but that's not the case. There are some loan programs that are 100% financing. And then there's also some that are as little as 3%. We also offer some down payment assistance programs. So there's definitely, you don't always need a lot of money. There's also ways that we could get around that with seller paid closing costs. There's just we can get around a lot of things sometimes that people are scared of if you just go to Google and are trying to find out how much money you need to buy a house. So there's definitely ways around that.
Yeah. And the worst thing that you can do right now is just read news headlines and think that that's the information based on the housing market. There's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, of course, rates spiked, and you can probably go into this a little bit better, but also the reason with rates spiking, sellers aren't selling more homes, buyers are buying less homes. And this is a phenomenal time to buy a home because you're going to have less bidding wars, probably not spend over actual asking price, and more homes are available for you to choose from. So this might actually be a great time to buy a home, but the news headlines are going to tell you no, no, no.
Absolutely. And, even if rates did continue to go up a little bit, I always tell my people, I'm like, well, I would rather buy at a 6% rate right now, and then hopefully they would go down and we can refinance to get your monthly payment lower, versus let's wait 6 months and they're at an 8%. So that's always a good way to look at it as well. But we are definitely, to your point, we're starting to see a lot more of those seller paid closing costs on contracts, which is always amazing for our buyers. So
yeah. And that's awesome. And also, just a little education piece real quick, going back to the 1980s, we've had 6 recessions total. Every single recession, if you take all the averages, by the end of the recession, interest rates have gone down on average by 1.8 points. So even though interest rates are high, marry the house if you absolutely love the house. And just like you're saying, date the rate, we can get that switched for you.
Absolutely.
And man, it blows my mind. So you've only been in the industry for 5 years. I see you all over the internet. People are talking about you all the time. Your reviews are phenomenal. What makes you so passionate about this?
I think when I got into it, so I started off 5 years ago. I was kind of started as a receptionist for the branch, and then worked my way up to a loan officer assistant, where I was working for a few different loan officers here. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it on my own. Like, let me be a loan officer. Let me go get my own business. And I just think really having that connection with, one, the buyers, of course, the borrowers, but also getting to know everybody in the transaction personally, on a personal level, the realtors, the closing attorneys, the insurance agents, just everybody, just seeing everyone come together for a transaction. And especially when the buyers are even the sellers too, both, even the sellers, all at the table, it's just very rewarding. And I love being able to help people that didn't think they were ready to buy a house, but then they were surprised. So I love that.
Absolutely. I love that too. And I guess the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to know for this interview is that Maddie's my trusted partner. Her service is an extension of my service to you. If I refer somebody out to you, I want you to know that you're going to get the same quality of service as if you're getting it from me. So I definitely want you to reach out to Maddie. If you have any questions, she's going to be able to answer them right away. And also, again, this is Middle Georgia Real Estate. If you have any real estate related questions, all you have to do is tap up on that search bar, type in your question, and immediately everything's going to pop up for you. You can relook at this interview, for example. Maddie's going to be posting stuff about interest rates and mortgages and all that kind of stuff to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident in your home buying journey. And also, if you have friends or family members who are interested, please let them reach out to us, and we're going to be able to take great care of them. And I appreciate your time today, Maddie. Real quick before we go, where can the viewers go to get in touch with you other than Middle Georgia Real Estate?
So you can go to my Facebook business page, is Mortgages with Maddie, and I'll tag it. And then I'll also leave my personal cell phone number. I have an office line as well that you can reach me at, text and phone call. That also rings to my cell phone as well. So either one of those numbers. I'm really good about my email as well. So I'll tag it in this post and maybe put my business card information or something on the end of this video.
There we go. Well, I appreciate that, Maddie. I guess we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.